best sign of the night in a 2-1 loss in overtime?
Ilya.
Are you going to ask me?
Samsonov.
Yeah, I thought he looked awesome.
Which is really
Good.
maybe the most important.
Yeah,
I would say that's the final nail in the he's the guy coffin game one.
I think that nail had been driven home the second Matt Murray took a tumble.
Any updates on him? No.
Okay. He's not on long term. I know Elliot Friedman, our Elliot, has talked about perhaps maybe it being a little tricky on his contract. And
what?
Think it might have to do with like the bonuses and how it affects the cap.
Oh, like if he plays more hockey?
First of all, I think Wall's on the Murray situation has kind of made it a little cloudy, I think,
okay.
on contracts. So I think it might be a little tricky. I don't think it. From the people that I've talked to, I don't think it's a huge issue, and they will be able to kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
But obviously, with Wall up, which even if he's on an emergency basis, has kind of thrown a little bit of a wrench on fitting Nyes' contract in.
All righty. Well, that's interesting.
So-
Something we'll keep an eye on.
Wow.
Speaking of contracts, Matthew Nyes won his game yesterday.
Mhm.
So he will be playing in the final for the national championship tomorrow.
Against Quinnipiac, who beat Michigan.
Good call by Books.
So what'd you like about Samsonov then, Cap?
I just think he's real confident right now, and he's just there for you. And it's not a fish out of water. There seems to be some calmness in his game now.
Mm-hmm.
He's not, for me, he's not even scrambling as much as I've seen him in the past.
Yeah, it just looks like he has settled in. He's confident, knows he's the guy, and looks like the guy, which is nice.
Yeah, rebound controls, not a lot of second chances.
Yeah.
Feels like he's good enough, right? Like it just feels like he's good enough. We'll see once the playoff starts, but it feels like he's good enough.
Okay,
Should we
let's get Sheldon Keefe on his number one goaltender.
Yeah, I don't know yeah, he's solid, very solid. Like I said, there's not a lot of offense to go around for either team here tonight. Both teams defended incredibly hard, but he was solid. Didn't let anything in that he shouldn't. And games like this, that's what you're asking for.
That's it.
Solid and simple.
So, 4 games left. Give me your Samsonov, which in and which out.
4 games left. How about you want him in twice? Is that enough for you guys? Twice? How about Florida and the Rangers? Last game of the year. Montreal and Florida? I don't know, guys. What do you think?
I think he plays the last game of the year,
Think so?
right? You want to put him in there in the last game of the year, and then I'd say he plays against Montreal. So he's going to play, but you don't want to show him Tampa. So I don't know how you balance it.
I don't know. I have no idea.
This is the all-time solving nothing day.
Nothing.
Wall plays Saturday for sure.
See, yeah, maybe he's been so good he doesn't need that. Maybe I'm leaning with Sammy a little bit. Maybe he's been
On
so
Samsonov?
good. Samsonov's been good, so good at home that you don't need another home start.
He
for
just
him.
hasn't played. He also just had a newborn. Like, I wonder if they're going to I don't know, let him think about something else for a minute here.
So does he play Florida or Tampa Bay?
Not Tampa. I ain't showing him to Tampa.
Why? You just showed him in Boston.
Yeah, it's different
Why?
because you're not seeing Boston for a couple weeks.
No.
If you do.
No, I don't. I'm a lot more comfortable with Samsonov going against Tampa based on what he did against Boston.
The only reason I think it might be good is for him
Crawl
to
in
be
his
like,
head.
well, and to be like, here's a dress rehearsal for what it's going to be like.
It's a freebie.
In Tampa Bay, here's what the crowd looks like. Here's where the building is. Here's where shots look like. It's reps, you know? So, yeah. So
It's a freebie.
Yeah. As a guy who's,
Get used to this building.
yeah.
Get used to everything that you just mentioned.
Yep. There's a lightning thing up there that makes a sound when they score on you.
They're hit and miss. They're inconsistent. They're hurt.
Oof.
right? They're hurting.
Yeah, but
I
they also,
can't believe
they
it. I'm
also
so
have,
excited for this playoff series.
they also have a bunch of guys who are like, oh, we're playing against that, and that's the only healthy goalie. Killorn, I'm going to jam you in the you-know-where.
Oh man, that's a really good point. That's a greasy team. Here comes Perry.
Yeah,
here comes Hagel. Here comes Killorn.
Listen, just learn to deal with it. It's coming anyways.
Yeah, but
All right, then dress Simmons and Shen.
Yes,
And all right, here's our Tampa game. Then
yes.
it's going to be Simmons, Shen, McKee, Lafferty,
Thank you.
Achari. Call up Clifford.
call up. Who else punches down there? Call him up.
Can we get Punchy Douglas back?
Hey, great point. Get Clifford in.
Get him back. He's playing third line on the Marlies.
Get him up here. Let him punch. It's punching time.
Now we're starting to solve some things.
There is going to be a brawl in that Tampa Leafs game.
Bit.
Good. It'll bring them together.
Yeah, a little hootenanny never hurt.